Hello everyone, welcome to Techno Skills for You. Today we are going to discuss about an important topic, that is GD&T basics. As you all know, GD&T plays a major role in a design field, and also to get a job in design, this GD&T is a very important aspect to be considered. So this video will be more useful to the fresh engineers and the young engineers who desires to work in the GD&T. So let's go in. Before going to the video, I thank all my subscribers and the viewers for sharing this video, and if you are new viewer, please subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you. So let's start with the introduction. What are the topics? So we are going to see in this video about introduction, scope of GD&T, why and when, and some terms used in GD&T and its 14 characteristics as well as the symbols. So some of the skills which is required to learn GD&T is, first of all, you should know to read the drawings, and minimum standards knowledge should be there, and you should know about the limits, fits and tolerance. So these are all the skills to learn your GD&T in a better way. So what is GD&T? Geometric dimensioning and tolerance is the full form of the GD&T. So it's a symbolic language which is used to specify some size or the feature, that is shape, form, orientation or location of a feature in a part. It is in a job, and it is also used as a tool which is communicating the design intent. So in a simple words, GD&T is nothing but symbolic language, design tool, and it's communicate the design intent. Okay, why we have to use GD&T? Let us see. So all the manufacturing industry will be manufacturing the mating parts, as you know, holes and shaft. So this is a shaft which is having a diametrical measurement as well as the overall length. This is a spin. Actually this spin has to fit into a hole with some mating envelope that is having some tolerance. Yeah, here we see a design drawing for the pin which we have seen the earlier slide. So we can see here the diametrical value is given with a tolerance and the length value is given with a tolerance. So in this picture we will be seeing the same design after the manufacturing. So here you can see the limit dimensions are met with the opposed elements. So here as well as here and here. So when we measure in the opposite elements, whatever the design value with the tolerance is being met. This pin can be lobed, this pin can be inserted and still it can be met the requirement because it is under the tolerance. But as a feature, as a form tolerance, there is no control on the roundness. As a feature, this component gets failed. So one more result I will show you. See, this is the drawing which is given in the design, and we mention, we calculate the square tolerance. When we go with the normal size tolerance method, the size is being achieved as per the tolerance value. But if you go to the curve tolerance, that is GD&T tolerance, you can see the deviation, it's 0.014, but our tolerance is only up to 0.010. So it fails in the shape. You can see it is as designed, but the manufactured is as per like this, so it is rejected. But when we see we want to pass this component, we need to see how much is the tolerance only to the feature irrespective of the size. Then the component is success. It is, you can pass the component. So these are all the key concepts like why we need to use the GD&T. So let us put it into words. So GD&T has come into existence to ensure the proper assembly of the mating parts and to improve the quality output and to reduce the production cost. The two major factors why GD&T has to be chosen or why GD&T has to be used in the drawing is, the first one is for better interchangeability, and the second one is based on the functionality of the component GD&T is used. It is created by the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, that is ASME, as a dimensioning and tolerance standard. The standard is ASME Y14.5 M 1994, which defines the GD&T tolerance. Latest revision is Y14.5 M 2009 and 2018. There is one more standard which defines this GD&T, that's ISO 1101. So now we'll see some of the terms in GD&T. The first term is feature. So what is meant by feature? Feature is nothing but a shape or a term which is applicable to a physical portion of the part. That is, if this is a part, the holes or the slots or the surface is called as the feature. The next term which we should know is datum. So what is meant by datum? Datum is a theoretical exact plane, or it may be axis, or it may be a point also, from where the measurements are made. So that is the datum definition. You can see here, so these are all the symbol of datum, primary datum and secondary datum. So there are three datums in the GD&T: primary, secondary and tertiary datums. The other terms which is in GD&T are modifiers. So what is modifier? It provides a bonus tolerance for the machinist. And how many modifiers are there? There are three modifiers. One is MMC, LMC and RFS. So MMC is maximum material condition, LMC is least material condition, and regardless of feature size is RFS. The next one which you all know is tolerance. Tolerance is nothing but the upper limit of a component size minus the lower limit of the component size, tolerable size. And the dimension is nothing but the size of the component. When we have to use the GD&T, whether it can be used everywhere? No. Whenever the part features are very critical to function, or whenever we need a high interchangeability or any interchangeability, the GD&T drawing should be, or the GD&T concept should be used. And whenever the functional gauging techniques are used or desirable, we need to use. When computerization techniques in design part and the manufacturing, then it is desirable to use GD&T. And when standard interpretation or tolerance is not implied and it is required, then we should use the GD&T. What are the applications of GD&Ts? It can be applied to any planes, that is flat surface. It can be applied to lines, circular planes or axis. So these are all the feature based. Let us see the main theme of this video, GD&T symbols and the type of tolerance. We have 5 types of tolerance and 14 types of features. That's the reason we have in the standard Y14.5. For easy remembrance, you can have 5 types of tolerance and 14 features. And the corresponding symbols is given in the table for reference, and also the datum reference which is applicable to particular types of tolerance. The first one is form tolerance. Form tolerance is used to control the shape of the feature like straightness, flatness, circularity and cylindricity, and this is called as the individual feature because there is no datum requirement for the form measurement, and this applicable to planes, any lines or any axis or any circular planes also. Next one is the profile of a line and profile of a surface. And here it is called as individual or related feature because sometimes datums can be used for the measurement. The next one is the orientation tolerance. Orientation tolerance is mainly used to control the tilting of the feature with like it is associated with the angular dimensions like angularity, perpendicularity, parallelism. So it is applied to axis or plane or circular planes. Location tolerance. Location tolerance is mainly used to control the position of the feature, that is feature as well as the feature of size. So suppose if you have a hole, the hole is a feature and the size of the hole is called as feature of size. So the position of the feature of size is being controlled by the location, which is like having a concentric circles also, and also symmetry between two median planes is also controlled by using location. And next one is the runout. The runout tolerance is mainly used to control the axis shift in any component during manufacturing. There are two runouts, one is circular runout and the next one is the total runout. Circular runout is used to measure the feature in one area or one particular component, but the total runout is to measure the axis shift throughout the component is called total. And orientation, location, runout, these three comes under the related feature because these feature definitely requires the datum for the measurement. So let's see how to put all the GD&T instructions in the drawing, or how to represent all the GD&T instructions in a simple way in the drawing, that is using a feature control frame. This feature control frame is nothing but a compartment, a series of compartment which organizes all the GD&T instruction into a series of symbols. So it contains only one message requirement. If it is more than two messages, or we are going to measure a component with the 2 or 3 tolerances, then we have to go for the composite tolerance feature. So let us see here the feature control frame. The first compartment is meant for the geometrical symbol, that is feature symbol, which we are going to measure, and the second compartment is meant for the feature tolerance value, and also we have whether the diameter symbol, whether the tolerance zone is a diametrical zone or it's a plane zone, and we have a modifier symbol. This is a modifier symbol with M, that means the bonus tolerance or the modifier applies to maximum material condition, and three datums are there: primary, secondary and tertiary datum. This is the typical feature control frame explanation. So how to read a feature control frame? I have just given an example here. If you want, we'll make it a separate video for the full feature control frame with a lot of examples, but here I am just giving only one. So let us see how to read a feature control frame. There is a feature symbol which is given here, and also the tolerance value compartment with the value, and the third compartment. So you should know this is a position symbol, comes under the location feature. Okay, I mean the location tolerance. So the position of the feature axis, why means because we have given a diametrical symbol here, so diametrical zone. So the feature axis must be within a 0.014 tolerance zone at maximum material condition. So the tolerance value applicable only for the maximum material condition. Relative to what? Relative to the datum features A, B and C. So we'll see an example of a GD&T drawing. This is a simple GD&T drawing which comprises of a component which has a small feature. Two holes are there. So this is one feature. As well as we have the planes. We have a slot here, but that is not a geometrical feature. This is a radius. Okay. So in the right side, we'll be seeing the feature control frame. So the feature control frame comprises of already, as I told, the position, I mean the symbol, the tolerance value on the datum instructions. So let us see one by one. The first one is the flatness. They corresponds to this plane. So we are going to read it as the flatness of this plane or this feature has to lie within the tolerance value of 0.1. So that is the measurement criteria we have, and being a individual feature, there is no datum requirement for this feature. Okay, so that is the reason we don't have any datum compartment here. But next one we'll see about the orientation tolerance, that is perpendicularity within the tolerance of 0.1 with respect to datum A. So they corresponds to the rear plane, that is this plane. Okay, so we need to find out the perpendicularity between this plane and this bottom plane, I mean this plane as well as this plane. Okay, so that is the GD&T instruction mentioned in this control frame. So here we can see one more, that is position. So they have given a leader line and they have mentioned it for a hole. So the position of this feature of axis, why we call it as feature of axis? Because we have the diametrical symbol here. So the diametrical zone, it's having a diametrical zone. So we need to read position of this feature of axis should lie within 0.3 at the maximum material condition with respect to A, B and C. So this is the way we have to read any feature control frame. This is end of our video. So this video comprises only about the GD&T basics, like what is GD&T, when to use GD&T, and what are the tolerances, and what are the feature symbols we have, standards, and how to read a feature control frame. So keep watching for more videos in GD&T. We'll be uploading more videos, in particular like datum, modifiers, and some more instructions on GD&T. Please write your comments and suggestions, or if you have any doubts, further details, write to technoskills@gmail.com. If you like this video, please like and share this video to all your friends and families, and please subscribe for more videos. Bye.